1stAmender. Okay. That's the only thing you got to do. So I've got Ben Thorpe, who's telling me, he's saying that I have daddy issues. Do you think I have daddy issues?
You're not, you don't just like write people off immediately because whatever you're trying to reach. I think you're trying to, like, in a sense, you're trying to convert people. I'm someone who's generally seen, although incorrectly, as being on the right, because I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, I believe in God.
Who the hell sees Ben Thorpe as someone on the right? Anybody? I don't.
I guess you could say hold a certain conservatism, but in actual fact, I recently took a, that test where there's the quadrants. Are you authority? So I think so I took it sincerely, and it put me center left. So
I see
I
that.
kind of want to be converted, but I think we're maybe in a sense both in a similar position, and I'd like to explore whether you can convert me and whether I can convert you, but maybe we are in the same place. But like, for example, Extremo seems to think that I'm one of the most horrible people on earth because I stream to make money, which I openly do.
I think he was talking about something regarding your daughter, but I'm not exactly sure what he's referring to.
Yeah, and he was welcome to do that, but he ran, obviously. So he's welcome to come on, as far as I'm concerned, on this Discord call. But maybe it's the Jews prevent him from joining Discord. But like, I think it's just irrational. But anyways, so let me start with this. Okay, so I'm Catholic, and you would identify as an atheist?
Yep, hardcore atheist. I read the Bible, and it fucked me up.
Oh, okay.
The Bible fucked him up. The Bible made you date, go have a VR boyfriend, and be gay? I don't think that's what the Bible does. Let's see. Yeah, Ben says first has daddy issues, so it causes this, I guess.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
When you read the Bible, did you read that as well, you're a young man, but like, I'm assuming
I was in my 20s. I found Christianity through listening to enough Jordan Peterson. And I said, in order to affirm my Christianity, I'm going to read the Bible. And it basically dashed any hopes of me believing in a God.
What? He's probably looking for somewhere that's like, is being a gay furry acceptable? And since he didn't find anything on there, he's like, oh, what the fuck? I ain't going to believe in God then. Fuck this shit. How can I coom if the Bible tells me not to coom?
Okay, so
I'm being entirely honest with you.
No, I appreciate that. But you weren't raised in a religious household.
Well, I was. My dad was a non-denominational Christian. He had me going to like the local church and being involved in like the youth groups and stuff. And
I wonder if his dad knew, like, oh man, I gotta save my kid. I gotta save my son. No way did we come to this country. Sorry, I don't know how to do a good Chilean accent, so just bear with me. We did not come to this country and make sacrifices just so my son could be a gay furry.
Like, honestly, I didn't have any freaking clue what the hell was going on because I was, well, number one, I was ADHD as fuck. And like, I was just sitting there in a crowd where there's like, I don't know, some boring guy talking upstage. And I was just like, bro, where's my Game Boy? What the fuck is this? This sucks. Like, I had zero idea what the hell was going on. And my dad was just like, yeah, God, God, God. I remember when I was in like elementary school.
Oh, so he was young.
I invented a God club where we just hung out together and we're like, yeah, Jesus. And then that was it. We didn't. And then later on we got bored of God Club because it was kind of boring. We were just like, this is boring. Let's make a devil club.
I thought you guys, oh gosh, dude, what the fuck, man. No wonder his dad was trying to push heavily for him to seek God. We got bored. I thought you weren't supposed to talk about God Club though.
And so we made like a devil club. I'm not even, this is it. Like, we didn't take it seriously. We didn't know what the hell, how important it was to a lot of people. And and honestly, like,
perfectly fine. I think
like I was kind of like on the fence on it for like a long time. And then like, with Jordan Peterson, it put me over the fence to where it's like, okay, now I'm a Christian. And then I was like, okay, to affirm my Christianity, I'm going to read the Bible from front to back. Horrible idea. If I wanted to keep my Christianity, I needed to stay as far away from that book as physically possible because it just had way too much evidence against a proposed God.
The Bible has way too much evidence against God. 1stAmender, if that was your take after reading the Bible from front to back, and that doesn't seem to be the majority of Christians' take, maybe you're the one that got it wrong, or is this another thing where we're all stupid and you're the actual smart one?
Okay, interesting. So, but then you say your dad, so were your parents split up? Because...
yeah, my parents did end up splitting, I think, when I was around 5 years old.
Okay, so but then your dad became religious? It sounds like he was...
No, he's always religious.
To be fair to 1stAmender, this is Kingdom Hearts, and that's an actually awesome game. So, listen, you know, we could rip into 1stAmender for a lot of things, but he's actually playing a pretty cool game.
Denominational people realize that
he was always religious. He was always for decades. He's been
was
religious.
He always non-denominational? Because that's a relatively new thing.
Like he didn't. I don't think like my dad knows enough about religion to like. He's just like, oh, this is my relationship with God, basically is his thought process. He's not really thinking
so he was
about
always into that even before your mom split up with him, or
yes.
do you not know?
Yeah, he was always into it. My mom found it very annoying because she's like, I need money on the table. I don't need like whatever this is.
And he didn't believe in the prosperity gospel, because that's usually like does say like that's how money gets on the table. That's not necessarily non-denom.
Well, I mean, the prosperity gospel is that's another instance. It's something that doesn't work.
I mean, I think there's a version of it that works, but like
you think
Jordan
prosperity
Peterson
gospel works?
Well, in the sense that, like, you know, Jordan.
You don't
Peterson
think it's like a scam?
I think in many cases it is, but I think there's a way in
Don't
which,
bad me.
You know,
I'll let this one slide, Mr. Constantine. But one more comment like that, you'll be gone. I'm kidding, by the way. I don't really care. I'm just letting you know that, yeah, no, this is Kingdom Hearts, and it's pretty cool.
How exactly does like prosperity gospel not be a scam? Like it's literally just like a bunch of people with a funny hat coming at you and saying, hey, give me money. And God will
like
reward you.
They don't have funny hats.
No, that's true. That's true. You're right.
But what I'm saying is, in the sense, the Jordan Peterson was reacting to the new atheists who were saying religion is a virus of the mind. I think Jordan Peterson was trying to make the argument that if it's an evolutionary adaptation, it's a relatively good one, because it causes us to have more kids, and the demographic argument, that it's a good evolutionary adaptation. Societies which embrace Christianity generally tend to flourish. So
I mean, you can't endlessly multiply.
No, right? I know, but like, what I'm saying is you have
spilling on myself.
You can make the argument that
I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I just want to get to the part where he talks to his dad.
You can't
is what the real challenge.
And people start passing away from like the boomers across the
more some
bridge.
It's good.
We're all of us
natural
China.
So, but actually, there was become oil. You're saying like millions of years later become oil.
Yeah.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, so if you look at North America, for example, it's largely wooded now, right? Like there has been a reforestation after a deforestation. So in a certain sense, North America is largely a net positive
environment.
Gets a electrical.
No, okay, the caution.
Anything
like a
where the can get pregnant or not pregnant.
It's not up to a person in a funny robe to say, no, you're not allowed. You have to have a child because you're a baby making machine. It's fucked up.
Okay. The funny robe thing is you're talking about
robe.
You don't have a kind of dad, but I think that you have an instinctual way in which
I love my dad.
I believe you do love your dad, which it makes you.
I don't have any daddy
very
issues.
Interesting. But I think that you have an instinctual way in which, I'll just say this, that you, in some sense, are skeptical of masculinity. or have
No,
a
you can be
I think you have
masculine. There's nothing wrong with being masculine. Go be masculine.
But I mean, when you say like when you say like what you don't like, you often make it masculine. Like most, I don't know if most judges, but many judges are women.
Yeah,
So
but the people
fact
that
you
want
say
to
a guy in a
legitimately
funny way.
want to take away the rights of other women is usually men that like to do
Do you
that.
know that women are more opposed to
Overwhelmingly.
abortion than men?
Women are more opposed to abortion than men? Is that actually a
Yes.
real stat?
Yes. I mean, it depends how it's phrased.
Let me pull it up.
But it's not the highest demographic that's in favor of abortion are rich men.
Let me look this up
for obvious reasons.
Did we find it? I think so. I'm going to fast forward
Depends
because they're
how-
talking about having daddy issues right here, and this is supposedly where it comes up.
So I'll provide it so you can see it for yourself. Women,
you
still the
Nobody
right got
cared,
taken
but-
away. Now people care.
I would say there's a difference. I agree, but it's not.
All right. So here's the
it may
thing.
have
right?
more to do.
One thing that blows me away is like the thing is like you can actually be pro-life in a pro-choice world, but that's not true the opposite way around. If you make it a pro-life world, then people who are pro-choice can no longer make that choice. They are forced to have a baby despite their desire to not have a baby.
Yeah, and so I remember when I called in that one time, I was just like, well, no one forced these people to have sex, you know? And then so he's like, oh, so what did he say? It's like, oh, so he pretty much said something like I'm like blaming the woman then, or man, I forgot what he said, but it's just so stupid. This like, oh, punish. He says, well, you want to punish women then for having sex? And it's like, and I tried asking him, I was just like 1stAmender, it's weird that you think of being pregnant as like a punishment. And then that's when he get all to these, oh, like look at all these health things that women go through when they're pregnant. And I was like, yeah, that's not all though, 1stAmender. That's not all women though. Like if that were the case, if pretty much getting pregnant was like a coin toss, if like between a life and death sentence, then yeah, most people wouldn't get pregnant. But that's obviously not the case. Women were built to have babies. That's what their bodies were built to do. So when you say that, when you act like it's pretty much like it's some kind of just automatic hardship, it's kind of weird way of thinking. Like it's a really warped way of looking at pregnancy and things like that.
Right. Like this is the problem that I
You
have.
can
It's
be
like,
pro-choice say it again.
Yeah, Topher, they act like women getting pregnant is not natural. It's so insane. Yeah, exactly. They act like it's this unnatural thing.
You could be pro-life in a pro-choice world. There's nothing stopping you from having a baby. You could just have a baby.
Well, how do you define pro-life?
Pro-life.
This is the
well, yeah. I mean, this is what I mean.
The
like
bumper sticker.
the,
If you
the
don't like
pro-life,
abortion,
the
don't have
pro-life
one. That's
position.
You're saying if you don't like an abortion,
yeah. I mean the pro-life position. They like to argue it is like.
Ben Thorpe even calling it out. That's bumper sticker level.
Oh well, we want to make sure that people that babies aren't being killed. When the reality is that no, what I want is I want a Supreme Court judge or a politician 100 to 1,000 miles away.
So one of the commenters, the chatter said, you can be anti-murder in a pro-murder world. I am a very intelligent person. Making fun of 1stAmender.
To be the sole deciding factor as to whether or not you are forced to have a child. Right? That's the reality. And I have a really hard time trying to justify why a man in a funny hat should be the deciding factor.
You keep saying it's a man. Why not say a person?
I mean, we could say a person. It doesn't matter. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same problem.
But when you keep masculinizing people you disagree with, that's why I say that seems like.
Ben Thorpe, what is this? A therapy session? Is Ben Thorpe a therapist? We didn't know that. You keep masculinizing. But that's an interesting thing to notice. I'm going to actually take note of that the next time I listen to 1stAmender during the debate, if he actually does that, because that's pretty funny.
A daddy issue.
I've already told you I don't have a daddy issue.
Okay, but that's what everyone with daddy issues says. But I would not say you have.
I mean, I would just
I
tell
would not
you.
say you have a severe one. I would say.
Hold on, I would just tell you that, like, hey, yeah, I would just be honest with you, right? Like, I wouldn't like hide that from you. I have no reason to lie.
No,
to you.
I agree. But what?
All right, so I'm telling you, I don't have any daddy issues. Like, you could just have to take my word that me and my dad get along just fine. I can call him right now.
There it is. Here,
I think they do, but it sounds to me like when you were talking about your parents, you were kind of saying my mom made sense and my dad was kind of
give me a second.
Religious lunatic.
All right.
No, but that doesn't prove anything. I'm saying you don't have severe daddy issues.
Ben's like, I know about daddy issues. Have you heard about the relationships? Have you heard about the rumors and shit about me and my daughter?
I don't have any daddy issues.
Well, I
love my dad.
We all might.
I don't, though. I don't. I just don't have that. Here, I'll call my dad right now. Watch.
But that doesn't prove that you don't have daddy issues. People with daddy issues are constantly calling their dad. Right?
Here it is.
We all carry dynamics from our family into our politics and our religious views.
Hey, bye. Hey, how you doing? Hey, don't just want to let you know for this call, I'm streaming right now, so a bunch of people can hear you. Don't say my name, just call me 1stAmender, okay? That's the only thing you got to do. So I've got Ben Thorpe, who's telling me, he's saying that I have daddy issues. Do you think I have daddy issues?
You?
Well, you're gay, so probably, yeah, something went wrong there with raising you, 1stAmender. By the way, I always call you 1stAmender. That's what we named you at birth. Why would we not call you 1stAmender?
Yeah.
I'm your daddy. I'm your only issue.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't have any daddy issues. What do you mean? Me and my dad get along great.
Ask him if he thinks it's okay that you're an atheist.
He's saying, is it okay that I am an atheist? He's asking that to you. I got Ben Thorpe who's asking me, is it okay that I'm an atheist to you?
Well, I mean, it's rather strange to me that you still remain that way, being such a discoverer of the truth.
Well, there you go. That's
So he thinks you have an issue with your father in heaven, right?
So, no, and I mean, each to each his own. Actually, it's your choice. Actually, God gave you choice, whether you believe it or not.
There you go. Coming straight from my daddy.
Would you like to see your son get married to a woman and have children?
We got a Ben Thorpe here. He's saying that I have daddy issues, and I'm just like, bro.
Holy cow. This is amazing. Ben Thorpe asking all the fucking right questions. This is a rare Ben Thorpe W right here.
Me and my dad get along great. Like, I'll call him right now.
That's kind of a thing that people say, you know, that is like...
Why do people say that?
You need a psychiatrist, man, if you have things like that.
All right, bye-bye. Well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you later, okay?
So are you on the Amender?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
I'll pop it in.
All right, sounds good. All right.
No. Ask him the question that Ben asked you to ask. Does he want you to get married? Come on. No. Damn it. Base Chilean dad. Yeah, exactly. Topher, it's an AI husband. Why doesn't Ben Thorpe take this tact with his daughter? Yeah, who knows? I know, right? Ben Thorpe needs to see his own freaking... Ben Thorpe needs to see his own Ben Thorpe, apparently. But, dude, I was like, that was actually such a good question. I would have loved to hear the answer. I think 1stAmender doesn't want to ask these questions, so... Because, you know, I think he knows the answer he would get from his papa. The commenter, I don't have daddy issues. Daddy saved me.
All right. I don't have daddy issues. Me and my dad, we get along just great.
But that doesn't mean you don't have daddy issues. But I'm not trying to throw
you gotta
shade on you.
You gotta be able to take my word for this stuff. Like I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. Or I'm saying otherwise
you just gotta take my word from it. You just gotta take my word. He chickened out because his dad was against him, and Amender's chat was roasting him in chat. Well, what I like is that 1stAmender has his chat up right here, so you can kind of see. He thinks it's strange that you're such a truth seeker, but you've neglected to find truth so far. That's gold. Ben Thorpe, hit your mom, Grace. I'm sorry, but that is unacceptable. Oof. Ben Thorpe taking some jabs in the chat too.
We get along great. Me and my dad, I've known him my whole life. I visit him all the time. We hang out. We have a good time together.
Yes.
There's no reason for us to there is no daddy issues.
Okay.
Call in, cool. Yeah, no, I got to get going soon. I've gone on a little too long. It's just that this is so good, and we finally found it. Tegan.
Let's say I'm going to take something that may be offensive to you, but you have sex with men, correct? You openly do that. I'm not throwing shade on that. You have sex with men, right?
Let's not talk about my sex life. Is it really necessary? We got to talk about my sex life?
No, I'm saying it might.
I'd rather just not talk about my sex life if that's okay.
Okay, if you find it embarrassing, that's fine.
I mean, it's not that it's embarrassing. It's that I've probably got about 30 people that are listening right now, and I'm really just not interested in divulging my sex life to.
Well, if you ask
everybody.
me about yeah, sure. I'm not saying your sex life. I'm just saying I don't have any inclination whatsoever to have sex with other men. Although people speculate that on the internet. Okay, and some people do.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having sex with men if that's what you're getting at.
Okay, so let's take it apart from you. If you think there's nothing, we'll just abstract it in some sense. I would say that obviously that is not how the reproductive organs are made. You would, I think, agree with that. It's unnatural.
No, it's not unnatural.
So you wouldn't say that you disagree with science that the reproductive organs are made so that the penis enters the vagina.
No. Reproductive.
And I like that he brings up the science too, because 1stAmender, he always appeals to authority. So I wonder how 1stAmender is going to answer this.
Reproductive organs aren't made or designed for anything. It's an evolutionary.
Why
outcome.
are they called reproductive organs?
It is an evolutionary outcome, right?
Okay,
it's
sure.
it's not that they're made.
Outcome.
It's that they just are a specific way.
Evolutionary outcome. Did he not listen to Jim Bob's stream earlier about the fully formed penis? Does 1stAmender believe in the non-fully formed penis, the Planet Peterson thing? Holy cow! This is the guy that thinks he's smarter than us. We're too stupid because we listen to just right-wing podcasts. Meanwhile, he says stupid shit like this.
And they fulfill specific functions, but attributing some sort of designed anthropomorphization is not really a thing.
What are the functions of the reproductive system?
To output chemical waste out of your body and to reproduce.
The reproductive organs?
Yeah.
You're talking about that's not part of. Oh, you're saying it's attached. The urethra is attached to the reproductive
your penis outputs waste, and it is also used to have sex.
Okay, but the reproductive part of that is
what is this conversation?
Separate, right? I mean, this is not rocket science. Okay, so
yeah, this is not rocket science.
You're saying anal sex is not.
Oh yeah, Ben Thorpe is totally a chaos demon, but you know what? I am here for this. I am here for this rare Ben Thorpe W right here.
Well, so just so you're aware, right? We as
how
humans
the reproductive system works
gain pleasure by having sex.
I agree with you.
That's really, really common, and anal sex is pleasurable for a lot of people.
Sure. I have no problem with that.
So
but I'm saying,
and also just because something is natural doesn't mean we ought or ought not do something like that. None of that makes
sure.
None of that works out.
Sure, but let's use an analogy. Like the digestive system, I think we understand is to take nutrients into the body, and to utilize them to whatever, and then we excrete through our anus and through our urethra, which it shares plumbing with.
Well, I mean, you excrete through your penis as well, right?
Okay, but just follow me for a second.
And by the way, just because something's pleasurable doesn't mean that you ought to do that too, First Amender.
Before the daddy issues come in. So if you drink something like coffee, you are in a sense not. Coffee is not. It's not. There's no nutrients in coffee, or there's very few nutrients in coffee. We do it for basically as a means of getting the drug caffeine.
Well, I don't necessarily like Chaos Demons, but I'm just in this moment right here. This is good stuff in this particular instance
in our system, and also we like the taste of it. Same with chocolate, the cocoa bean itself, right? So we would say, yeah. So I agree with you that there are, let's say, recreational uses, but they're not as. Are you familiar with the Roman vomitoriums? That I guess we would call it vomitoria.
Yeah.
Or bulimia.
I was told that apparently that those are not actually used to vomit. It's a misconception that they were used to vomit.
They're how you entered a stadium.
Oh, is it? Okay. But let's just say there was a situation like that. Okay,
Who's
we
that
can
talking?
say modern bulimia.
Is that coming from First Amender's room or Ben's room?
You would say it's unnatural to binge eat and then vomit up the food so that you don't digest it in order that you don't gain weight. You would say it's unnatural. You might argue in some situations that it would make sense to do. I don't think people do it for pleasure, but you could say like I don't know, a model or whatever who has to maintain a certain weight, or a wrestler who's trying to make weight can do it. But you would say it's unnatural to eat and then vomit up what.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot. I'm just going to tell you, like right now, like there's lots of things that are unnatural that are perfectly okay to do and you should be doing. And then there are perfectly natural things that you should not ever do ever, no matter what, because it would be incredibly bad for you. Like I've made this discussion with
having sex with women incredibly bad for you. Having anal sex with men, that's good.
Other people,
it's a good thing.
I've pointed out instances of where on its own it is not natural to speak a language. Like it is super unnatural. It's only through talking with other people that you're able to actually establish a language without there being basically thousands of years of humans having spoken language. You would really only be capable of basic grunts, and even afterwards and after a great deal of effort of you trying to speak the language, like there are specific like moments in time where it's like, if you did not learn language during this time, you will never make a cogent sentence ever. Like you will just have broken English
like you're using
forever.
the idea.
So like the idea like language is not in and of itself natural, right? Like most creatures, animalia, even eukaryotic organisms, most are not capable of complex language anywhere close to what humans are capable of.
Right, but now, okay, so this is a common misconception. You were talking about like the naturalistic fallacy. What we mean by nature is not necessarily what animals do, but what
we are also animals. Nature. Just
yes, we have a lot in common with animals.
No, we are literally animalia. We are animals.
We ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like we do on the Discovery Channel.
Yes. But every animal is different than every other animal. Okay. And so if there's by saying like dogs do X, therefore that's natural for humans to do, is not correct. Like we don't walk on all fours, generally speaking. So there,
again,
we have to
I don't see why you're bringing up like naturalistic
and language is
fallacies.
Natural for humans.
Like why are you bringing up naturalism? Because a lot of people say,
because X happens in nature, and they're usually pointing to animals, by which I mean non-human animals, and I understand we're animals as well, that therefore that's what you're saying. So for example, non-consensual sex, I don't think is a problem for animals from what I've seen. Okay, it's a problem for humans because we experience sex differently than animals. It has a different dimension. So you can say it's natural to do that.
I've got Extremo telling me in chat that you beat your wife. Is that true?
No. It's not true on several.
I like how First Amender is now trying to like change the topic because he's getting freaking wrecked here. You know, Like, imagine trying to now deny that, like he's First Amender is just, he's trying to justify his sinful nature, his unnatural behavior, which is, you know, wanting to have sex with men and such, by saying, well, just because something's natural doesn't mean we ought to do it. Well, yeah, I mean, well, one leads to not recreation, but procreation, right? One leads to more offspring, which is good for the human population. Yours is just for your own weird fucking sexual pleasure. Coomers never have anyone explain basic behaviors like this. Yeah. He cannot help himself. He resorts to insults whenever he is backed into a corner argument. Why is he did it to Marte? Yeah, no, I know he does.
Levels. I was only putatively married, and I also it wouldn't
wait,
be true.
Punitively married?
Putative, like on paper.
Oh, gotcha.
It appeared that it was true, but the marriage was invalid, though I have yet to prove that.
Wait, if you're married, hold on.
All right, so listen, I just wanted to see the freaking daddy roast, and that other stuff was pretty funny too. Like, dude, this is so wild. So wild. Yeah, so this should probably explain a lot into First Amender's lore, guys. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that video? I hope you did. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, or else you're gay. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I'm just trying to save you from sin. Also, make sure you catch the Cool Stream live Mondays through Fridays right here on my YouTube channel, and make sure you follow me at any of these links down below for everything Cool Vic.